whatever she says, like that's completely not relevant. I mean, not consistent with what we know about Will Smith. It's just not. Okay? It's just not. And these are sizable books. They're minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. If he does not protect himself from Jada, he will get to Bill Cosby level. Protect himself from what exactly about Jada? What exactly is Jada doing to Will? I mean, teach me. I'm confused. Everything that everyone is saying is speculation outside of the transgression that they brought to the red table themselves. Everything else is rumor, right? Is it that I'm believing them? No, I just don't have enough information to say that, right? She is ruining him. That should select wives carefully. Oh, here we go. You know, I could probably predict your age. You're definitely under 30, potentially under 23. Potentially, because you think vetting is going to say, again, you think defense is going to make you win in life. You need both defense and you need offense. Okay? Vetting is defense when it comes to selecting wives or selecting a mate. That's all it is, defense. People are going to evolve. People are going to change. People are going to get into a space. Sometimes it could be you, it could be your wife. Say, hey, I'm not sure if I want to stay married to you. Right? All kind of weird shit will happen. Doesn't have to be about your romantic relationship. It could be because you lost children. Crisis is gonna hit, right? It's gonna come from a blind spot for you. You're gonna have your own fair share, but that's precisely what's going to help you grow as a man, especially. Your growth is inside of these types of relationship, right? Because you build. It's like muscles. You build extra muscles on how to deal with life when you go through such experiences, right? So, you know, I wish I could paint a better picture for you. Like nothing ever bad is gonna happen to you once you have a prenup. Once you vet a young lady, she's feminine, fit, and friendly. Everything will be. I wish I could say that to you. Anybody that's saying that to you does not like you, or they don't know any better. They don't. Okay? Unless you live in a cave. If you live in a cave where you don't have relationship with other human beings, then you're safe. For as long as you don't, you see my evil laugh? You're gonna have your fair share. So as much as you're doing, I'm not knocking the defense, prenup, vetting, all this kind of stuff. You better have offense. What's offense? Learning how relationships work. Learning how to nurture relationships, right? Learning these things. Hello, Howard. How are you? Good to see you. If he does not protect himself from Jada, the same comment. Drop in double comments, bro. Or sis, whoever that is. Hold on. Jada is the one that disrespects Will publicly. No, that was lack of self-respect on the part of Will. I blame everything on the leader. Yes. Okay? This is not the platform where you come and say, oh no, so everyone is the man's fault. No, that's not what I'm saying. Take me out of context. Okay? Blame, fault, judgment, condemnation. Let's put that aside for a second. Your leverage point is to look in the mirror as a man and learn the things that you could do better. Stop focusing on how it could be somebody else's fault. She's the woman. He's the leader. He's the most accomplished, he's the most successful. We all acknowledge that, right? Oh, suddenly the woman is going to destroy him. That doesn't add up. Now that's not consistent, right? It's starting to take a toll on him. Select a wife carefully. Nah, bullshit. Vetting is good, but it's just defense. It's a defense tactic. You're still gonna get your fair share of bullshit in marriage or relationships. You can try to avoid relationships, marriage, all you want. It's like, again, try to run away from your shadow. It's a big light beaming on you as a man. Every time you look around, there you are again, your shadow. You can't run from your shadow. Now in the middle of the light that we call the game of life, you're going to turn around, right? And you're going to find yourself again, because again, you refuse to deal with the issue. It's you. The issue here, if there's any type of way that Will Smith has lost respect, which I don't think he's lost any respect because you still have his name in your mouth, including myself, it's him. It's lack of self-respect. The only way a man attracts lack of respect is because it lacks self-respect. A woman don't get to decide if she respects me or not. I decide that. Especially when we're talking about on an ongoing basis. Especially if we're talking about on an ongoing basis. Right? A woman don't get to decide if she respect or submit or trust me. I decide respect and submission because I bring a vision, a mission to the place where she will naturally submit to. If she has a hard time submitting to it, she does not belong there. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to sit down with her and start roasting her. That doesn't make any sense. I'm wasting a lot of energy on that. Okay? In terms of respect, I decide my self-respect, and she basically mimic that. The level of self-respect I bring to myself is what she mimics. I decide that in the long run. There could be a moment, 1 or 2 moments where a woman is disrespectful. But again, how I respond to that is my leverage point, right? So, here we go. Again, this is not your regular platform, okay? You're going to learn something new. It's a little bit different, okay? All right, so you defend Will Smith, but their relationship is open for the world to see. I said that. That's his fuck up. You have to protect. I said that. You have to protect your family. Some things are better left unsaid. Fuck honesty and faithfulness and all this bullshit. Some things are better left unsaid. Every man who understands power at some level will understand that either by learning it or by experiencing why they should never open themselves up like that again. I don't think he will keep opening himself up like that again. I think he's learning his hard lessons, right? Sometimes you have to go through it. Will Smith is that kind of guy who thinks, hey, being open, being honest is no, bullshit. Bullshit. This world is about power moves. Okay, the people that are running this world is power moves all day long. Okay, right and wrong is for your own good. That's your religion, whatever you believe in is your bare minimum. It's something you do with the people you love. But when it comes to winning in this space that we call the world as a man, you better learn how power and relationships work, because you will hurt yourself. You will drown. It's like, again, swimming against the trend. You will drown. If you swim against the ocean, you will drown. You need to learn how to leverage the powers that's already flowing in your favor. That's part of being a man. Okay. Hello, Miss. She said, thank you for stopping by. Good evening to you. How's my brother doing? And yes, my brother is here too. I recognize that name. What's going on, brother? Thanks for coming by. I actually wanna, let me see. Maybe. Let's see. Okay. So Victory Lab says, they're in an open relationship, not marriage. If I'm not wrong, I think they deny that. And if they were ever in an open marriage, I don't think presently. Again, there's all kind of grace that we all enjoy in this life. You may not see it, but we all enjoy grace. I'm sorry. And if you really want to win in this life, you need to learn how to give grace. In the way you judge, in the way you condemn, in the way you determine right and wrong. While you still spell things out, hold people accountable and all those kind of things, you want to make sure you're not mixing that up with withholding grace from people. If that was their past, that's their past. I think she actually came on Good Morning Show and she completely denied that they ever lived that lifestyle. But it's Hollywood, anything goes. But again, that's none for me to talk about right now. They have defined marriage. He let her do that, and now it seems like he needs therapy. Nah. That was a moment, okay? There's a difference between a moment of weakness and a lifetime of strength and power, okay? The prayer that I pray for every single person that's watching me is that you're able to say, I look back on my last decade, I did well for myself. That doesn't mean you didn't have moments of fuck up, okay? It doesn't mean that. As a matter of fact, the more mistakes you make, funny enough, did you know that the higher the chances that you will have an overall successful life? Did you realize that? Right? So it's a little bit tricky when you're really assessing this. We want to be careful with the way we assess it. Again, 2 fuck-ups. I got to make sure I keep saying this. The red table, some things are better left unsaid. That's how life works. From where I'm from, at least. Some like the idea of open honesty, brutal honesty, that works against you most of the time. Honesty, that's bare minimum. You're supposed to be honest. But how you deliver your honesty, absolutely, that can destroy, make, or break everything you care about. You have to be careful with that, right? A lot of patience is required when you're dealing with a person that you love, when you're dealing with a person when you deal with a relationship that may seem fragile, right? You definitely want to make sure that you have assessed things. There are times that you need to be aggressive, by the way. There are times you need to be assertive, right? But again, if you're not even aware that, depending on what we're dealing with, if you're not even aware, you think this whole life is about being assertive. You think this whole life, you just got to be aggressive. Again, the devil is going to come for you, just like it came for Will Smith last night, from your blind spot. See, the devil comes for all of us at some point. He's always going to come from a blind spot. If you're the aggressive type, you're going to feel like, and then there's going to be moments that you probably will be able to leverage to land a message in a soft manner, but you'll miss it, and vice versa, right? When it comes to marriage, you got to be versatile. You have to be able to read real-time data, right? As opposed to everything is just this way. There are data, right, that tells us how the world works, but there's also real-time data. Being able to respond to how humans operate with you in real time, being able to listen to them without being a doormat. One of the messages that's getting lost in translation here is that, yes, Will Smith should not be a doormat for a woman. Absolutely, it shouldn't be, right? But there's a difference between a doormat, or he's just out there listening to his lady and it's whatever she says. Like, that's completely not relevant. I mean, not consistent with what we know about Will Smith. It's just not. Okay? It's just not.